July 16th, 1945, 5:29 a.m., New Mexico desert.
I am become
Sky,
death.
brighter than the sun itself. And at that exact moment, the man behind it, J. Robert Oppenheimer, whispers something chilling. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. What he witnessed wasn't just a test. It was the beginning of a new era. An era where humans gained the power to destroy themselves. And just 20 days later, that power was unleashed on real people. The test was called Trinity. It was the world's first nuclear explosion. Scientists had no idea what would truly happen. Some even feared it might ignite the atmosphere and destroy the entire planet. But they went ahead anyway. And when it exploded, the result shocked everyone. A massive fireball, a mushroom cloud rising miles into the sky. In that moment, humanity crossed a line it could never go back from. August 6th, 1945, 8:15 a.m. The city of Hiroshima was waking up like any normal day. People going to work, kids heading to school. And then, out of nowhere, a single bomb fell from a B-29 bomber called Enola Gay. The bomb's name? Little Boy. It exploded about 1,900 feet above the ground, and in less than a second, everything changed. The explosion released energy equal to 15,000 tons of TNT. A massive fireball formed instantly, over 1,200 feet wide, with temperatures reaching 6,000 degrees Celsius. That's as hot as the surface of the sun. Within milliseconds, 70,000 people were gone. Buildings turned to dust, human bodies literally vaporized. Shadows of people were burned into walls. Not killed, erased. So how does a nuclear bomb actually work? It all comes down to something called nuclear fission. Imagine an atom of uranium-235. Normally, it's stable, but when you fire a neutron into it, it becomes unstable and splits into smaller atoms. This releases huge energy and more neutrons. Those neutrons hit other atoms, and suddenly you have a chain reaction, an uncontrollable explosion. And this reaction happens in a fraction of a second. The design of Little Boy was simple, yet terrifying. It used a gun-type mechanism. 2 pieces of uranium, one subcritical, one supercritical. When the bomb was triggered, an explosion forced one piece into the other. That created critical mass, and boom, the chain reaction began. The second bomb dropped on Nagasaki was called Fat Man. Instead of uranium, it used plutonium-239. Why? Because only certain isotopes can sustain nuclear fission. Uranium-235, plutonium-239. These materials are rare, but extremely powerful. Here's something even shocking. Back in 1945, Little Boy used about 64 kilograms of enriched uranium. Today, just 1 kilogram of uranium can produce energy equivalent to thousands of tons of TNT. Modern nuclear weapons are smaller, more efficient, and way more powerful. That means the bombs today are 80 times more destructive. To understand this power, 1 kilogram of uranium equals 2.7 million kilograms of coal. Think about that. A tiny piece of metal equal to mountains of fuel. That's the power of atomic energy. But the explosion wasn't the end. There were 3 main killers: blast, fire, and radiation. The blast destroyed everything instantly. The fire burned entire cities. But radiation kept killing for years. People suffered burns, cancer, genetic damage. Even decades later, the effects are still visible. By the end of 1945, Hiroshima plus Nagasaki, over 200,000 deaths, and countless more affected for life. And here's the crazy part. The same science that created destruction is now used to generate electricity and power cities. But the question still remains. If humans can create something this powerful, can we be trusted to control it? Or are we slowly building our own end? If this video made you think, drop a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe, because the next story might be even more shocking.